What's up, everyone? This is a Samsung S25 Plus screen replacement, and I'm going to show you how to do the screen replacement where you remove the screen as well instead of doing the frame assembly. The history of the phone is that it is liquid damage, and I should have probably put gloves on because I didn't know what kind of liquid, but I later found out what kind of liquid it was, and it wasn't so bad, so it's just salt water damage, so we don't know for sure if we'll be able to fix this. I was told to do a screen replacement, so here I am heating up the back, preparing the back of the phone to be taken apart so then we can do this screen replacement. Before we get too far into the video, I want to introduce you to this video sponsor. This video sponsor, DriveSavers, and this is a hard drive. It is definitely broken and it needs a data recovery. Along with this phone was unrepairable and has something board level wrong with it, and DriveSavers is definitely the place you want to send your repairs that you failed to repair and you need to do a data recovery. Use my reference code to get a free estimate today and see if they can get the data. I'll leave details in my description below. We're going to pry the back off with a thin plastic pry tool and a suction cup and a tremendous amount of alcohol to get this thing off, because it is pretty hard to take it off without scratching it up with a metal pry tool. So try to use a plastic one so you don't scratch up the back glass. Just a warning that you could break the back glass while doing the repair, so it's good to have a backup one before you order your parts. Grab a PH000 screwdriver and remove all these screws. They're all the same size, so you don't have to keep track of where they belong. We're going to unscrew the wireless charging pad and also the ear speaker. Now we can disconnect the wireless charging pad, lift up on it, disconnect the battery, which is that orange connection. As you can see on the left, I left the two PH000 screws holding down the cameras, because then I want something to hold down the board while I disconnect everything, so I don't break something in the process. After I removed the ear speaker, it revealed the liquid damage. You can see it right there. Now we can just go ahead and start disconnecting everything. I recommend using your fingernail or your plastic spudger. Since we have the battery disconnected, it's safe to disconnect all the connections. Since we're gonna be doing the screen where you pry off the screen without the frame, you won't have to take out the front camera. But if you're doing it with the frame, you're gonna have to take out the front camera, and I have another video on an older version of phone of how to take out the front camera, which is extremely difficult. You don't want to break anything while doing this, especially things that could be paired to the motherboard, and I'm not quite sure if the camera is paired to the motherboard or not. And so I hope you don't break it if you do have to take it out. We'll take out the main board and we'll leave in the 5G antenna, and we're going to leave in the battery as well, just because we will pry off the screen with a plastic pry tool to prevent any damages to the battery. Now let's get ready to unscrew the loudspeaker. And you'll use your PH000 screw, and the screws are the same size as the one on the top, so just keep them all in a pile on your desk somewhere, or get a magnetic screw tray like I have. And I'll have all the links of the tools I use in this description below. Perfect. Now grab out the loudspeaker and pull it right out just like so. And we'll disconnect the screen connection right here with our plastic spudger and check for any liquid damage to the connector. And it looks good to me. Now disconnect all the other loose connections, and then we're going to leave the charge port in and get ready to heat up the screen. And we're going to use a heat gun this time on the low setting and heat it up. Too hot to touch is my special word. And I have a funny shirt on my merch shop if you want to get a shirt that says too hot to touch on it. Anyways, there is, you'll just heat it up for, I would say, about 30 seconds to a minute and just touch it every once in a while to see if it just seems too hot to touch. And don't get way too hot because remember, the battery's still inside the phone and we don't want to start a fire. Now grab a suction cup and some alcohol and lift up on the screen with the suction cup and try to get a plastic pry tool underneath. And I was unable to, so I grabbed my metal pry tool and it still didn't let me get underneath. And so then I had to try it with the Jimmy, the iFixit Jimmy, and I was able to get the tool underneath. So then I could get my plastic pry tool underneath the screen and work my way around the edges. It was really difficult. And if the screen was completely shattered, you wouldn't be able to use the suction cup. So you might have to just use the Jimmy off the bat and maybe remove some of the other internals to make sure you don't break anything else. But since the screen wasn't completely shattered, I was able to take it off without breaking it even more. Sweet, we got the screen off. I would recommend cleaning up the adhesive, but I wasn't quite sure if this is going to work. So we're going to get out the new screen and just lay it on top of it and connect it all up and see if it works. See if the saltwater damage just affected the screen or if it's some sort of motherboard issue. We'll find out at the end of the video. We're going to connect everything back onto the main board and the charge port, and then we will test to make sure it works before we remove the adhesive and then also screw everything down. But you will have to screw down the couple PH000 screws right by the cameras because the volume buttons and volume and power buttons work like a pressure point connection. There isn't a flex cable connecting it. So you want to put the the wireless charger back on, and you have to have the wireless charger on for it to even turn on. So let's see if it'll turn on for me. Plug it in and it's turning on. I think, yep. Oh, no, the screen's flashing. What is going on? I think I might have a defective screen, but I tried another screen and it still didn't work. And then I tried what is called a sonic wash to the motherboard and it still didn't work. And I tried another cable and it still didn't work. And I could not get the data off the device for the customer. It's really unfortunate, but thank you guys for watching the video because this is how you do a screen replacement on the S25 Plus. Woohoo! Don't forget to leave me a super thanks if you found my guide helpful for helping you fix your phone and save money. It would be much appreciated if you gave me a little money to help me pay for all these videos. Thank you so much for watching. I put all that work into the phone, and all it cost the customer was $25 for trying the screen. Even though it didn't work in the end, it was only $25. Worth it.